Now go for the next topic. It is the scatter plot and scatter plot distribution. Now today our goal is to completed the scatter plot. In this video we complete the uh, here two topics here. First is the scatter plot and second is the distribution. Go the tutorial here. We search the Excel draw. Okay, here I teach the topics. What is the heart here? Okay, it is the scatter plot. First we understand the basic principle, then we apply this all the principle in the exercise. Okay, first is in this tutorial you learn about the scatter plot. Okay, set up the notebook. As always we begin the first we create the something else we apply, then first we set up the notebook. How to set up? It is a setup. All of this you not remember all of this, just see and write it, and many times you write, you understand and you remember. Okay, in coding understand is very important rather than remember thing, but remember is important. Remember 20% theory that are important, that are you are not googling in many times. Load and examine that. We'll work with the data set of insurance charges. Okay, to see if you can understand why some customer pay more than others. If you like, you can read about the data set here. Okay, first it is the variable where we store the data set, and it is the insurance data. Okay, it is a pt, the read csv because it is the csv file, and we plot here path of the file to read. It is the path and it is the read here. Read and actual work is the this actual all of this working here with this function. So it is very important. If we had that, then it results from this age, sex, bmi, children, smoker, region, charges. Example 19 female, bmi is 27.90, children is 0, smoker yes, reasons of the charges. Then it is the insurance here, insurance file path. Okay, insurance file path, it is the data set and it is the insurance file path. Okay, scatter plot. To create a simple scatter plot such a when you use sns scatter plot. Okay, command and specify the value for the horizontal. It is the horizontal axis, x is equal to insurance data. This data name is the insurance data bmi. Okay, bmi charges. Okay, if you read here sns sns scatter plot, sns dot scattr scatter plot, and here x-axis will be the bmi and y-axis will be the data function and what will be printed, and y function and data set, and which specify the data set, and it print some this. Okay, the scatter plot above suggests the body mass index bmi insurance charge positively correlated, where customer with higher bmi typically also tend to pay more in insurance cost. To double check the strength of the relationship, you might like to add a regression line or the line that the best fit the data. We do this by changing the command to sns reg plot. Okay, sns here is the sns reg plot. Okay, sns it is a new function, sns is a reg plot. Here is the same sns reg plot. Here reg plot means here some these things here is here, but in scatter plot is not here. Okay, now go and a color coded scatter plot. We now understand the scatter plot. Now we go for the color coded. Here we in two variable two here we compare the two things and two things in different colors. We can use scatter plot to display the relation between three variables. Okay, one way of doing this by color coding point. For instance, to understand how smoking affect the relation between the bmi insurance score, we can color code the smoker. and plot the two column. Okay, SNS scatter plots here, x will be the BMI and y will be the charges. Okay, and a hue is the insurance data smoker. Okay, here is the insurance data smoker, here smoker, here yes and is the slow. Okay, yes and is the no. Insurance data smoker, smoker means smoker, it is a yes no yes no yes no. Or what we compare here, uh, what we compare is BMI and charges, BMI and charges. Okay, BMI and charges. Okay, charges first is the smoker, yes no yes no, even that's it. Okay, is a color coded. Okay, X Y and the hue. Now go for to this caterpillar show that will non-smoker to tend to pay slightly more than the increases the BMI. And those are the non-smoker. They are increasing the BMI, and smokers pay much more. Okay, smoker uh, they are paying is much more. To further emphasize the fact, we can use the SNS LM plot to command to add two regression lines. To regression SNS LM plot. SLN's LM plot regression line. We now ask about what is regression line in scatter plot. Okay, when you go to understand the scatter, what is the here we what is the scatter plot and regression line? Let's explain simply. Scatter plot is a graph where each dot represents one data point. Okay, it shows the relation between two variables. X is the house study marks code. Okay, scatter plot. What is the scatter plot? Scatter plot is dot represent one data point. Okay, regression line. Regression line. What is a regression line? Is a straight line drawn through the scatter plot that show the overall trend but represent relation between. Regression line is this. It is the um, a line, a straight line that draw on the scatter plot that show the trend. It show the trend represent relation between x and scatter plot. So here we understand the scatter plot means show the actual data, and regression line means predict the relation. Okay, predict the trends. With the help of the scatter plot, we predict the health. Why is important in linear regression predictive on data analysis? We use this theory. Okay, now scatter plot it is SNS LM plot, and x is equal to here BMI, y is equal to charges, and we use a smoker, data is equal to insurance. SNS LM plot. Here SNS is equal to LM plot. Okay, in LM plot here x is equal to BMI. Okay, y is equal to charges, u is smoker, data is insurance data. The SNA LM plot command above works slightly differently than the commands you have learned about so far. Instead of setting X insurance data BMI to select BMI's column in insurance data, we set X is equal to BMI to specify the name of the column name only. Similarly, Y is equal to charge uses also contain the name of the column. We specify the data set with data is equal to insurance. Finally, there are on more plot that we learn about the might look slightly different from you are used to seeing the scatter. Usually we use scatter plot to highlight the relation between two continuous variable. Means we use scatter plot because the highlighting the two continuous variable like BMI chat continuous meaning that are running view. Okay, however we can adapt the design of the scatter plot to feature a categorical variable as one of the main axis. We'll refer to this plot type of the categorical plot. Okay, SNS is a swarm plot, swarm plot X insurance dot smoker, Y insurance dot smoker. Yeah, smoker. Okay, it is such interesting. Now go for the coding exercise. Now do the coding exercise. We understand the all of this here. We understand the scatter plot in the scatter plot. Okay, you use agility. We use the mind to solve this problem. First, um, um, we want to start the environment, then we start the program. First in Kaggle, first in running in any program in a notebook, first we want to start the session. After that we do the exercise. Okay, without the starting the session we do not work the data set and writing this. So it is automatically start the session. After this, we read all the instruction carefully and solve this problem. In this exercise, you will use your new knowledge to propose a solution to real world scenario. To succeed, you will need to import data into Python. Answer question using the data and generate the scatter plot. Understandable. You read the scatter plot in previous video. So here now understand, now solve this problem. First is the scenario. Scenario means you give it the scenario, you give it the problems, okay, and understand the problem. And without the scatter plot, it you just data visualize graph, create the graph as the scatter plot graph as, and okay, you work with the major candy producer and your goal is to write a report that your company can use to guide the design its next product. Okay. Soon after start your research, you stumble across this very interesting dataset containing results from a fun survey. So you work with the candy company such that. So first setup completed. First you ran the data. After the setup completed, then you do this same. Now your setup is completed. Okay. Now load the data, and it is your the file path. Okay. How to load the data? It is a CSV. So pd dot read CSV. Okay. Then copy this candy and paste here, and candy data is the candy file path. Okay. pd read CSV. I guess it is this way work it. I pd dot read CSV insurance file path. pd dot read read CSV read CSV candy file path. Okay, here it has a candy data. Oh, okay, sorry. Read the candy data file into candy data file. Use the id column to level the rows. Here's the id column to level the rows. Id column to level. We have id column to level the rows. Okay. How to do it I don't know, but reading candy. Okay, go for ChatGPT and learn about how to do it. Here index column will be okay. This column will be in this syntax will be used here. Okay, and candy.csv and candy.csv period candy as a read column. These will be the here use. Okay, copy it here. Okay, where here. Okay, what you use here? Read the candy data file. Read the candy data file into candy data and use the id column to level the rows. Okay, so read the data. So which will file we read the candy data. Okay, so here paste it. After that you write the index column, index, and the what column, col equal to, here will be the id. It gives the error. Okay, now give the solution. What here asks about when did the candy file path index. Okay, sorry, candy file here will be the candy file path is the correct candy file path. Okay, it is the correct. Yes, it is correct. Now review the data. Use the Python command to print the first 5 rows of the data. Okay, first 5 rows. So it is the candy data. You use here, everywhere use dot info, I guess. It is the first 5 row, I guess. This is correct or not, I not know. Use the Python to print the first use the Python command to print the first 5 rows. Okay, I guess here what he use I don't know. No, you just write. If you write the candy data, so it gives you so candidate dot info. I guess here in this way you write the 5. Okay, if you write the 5, uh, no. I guess something. Oh, head function. Head function using. Okay. Remember that. Here what asks the first 5 rows. Okay, how do you do it? Head function, head, and how many? 5. So write and print it. And it print the 5 rows. Okay. This data set contain 83 rows where is the component chocolate, fruit, caramel, peanuts and nougat. Here something here you say about it. We work on this data set. Okay. Now go for next questions. Next question here. Use the first 5 row of the dataset to answer the question below. More popular. Okay. More popular. You just see the dataset and answer this question. Means you know the right the function to find it. You just see about and write the answer. In this way you solve this type of questions. Here asks about fill the line below which candy was more popular with survey responded and 3 musket or almond joy. Please scrolling close. 3 musketeers or almond joy. So which chocolate is most popular in the survey? Okay, here is a chocolate, yes. Fruity, no. Caramel, no. It is the pencil nougat, yes. Wins part. In this dataset, we want to find the which is the popular. Interesting question, and it is here is the it is the competitor name. Okay, here is the 100 grand. 3 mosquitoes, ear hat, almond joy and baby heart, and we want to write the which is the most popular. Okay, two option here, 3 mosquitoes or air and another is the almond joy. First is the two are the chocolate. We compare that in pen and paper. I guess pen and paper is the best way to do it. Dot hat dot I guess info it no in this it is best. Okay, understand. Here is a 3 mosquito. Okay, understand the data set. Okay, here it copy. I want to copy the data set. Okay, copy out all the data set. Copy in your other. Okay, copy. I copy the data set and go the excel.io and here I easily you understand the data set. Okay, also I am understand. Yes, I do not understand because it is very shit. Okay, here we justify the which is the first is that these two are chocolate. Okay, so in this way 3m or we write the two names 3m and almond joy. Okay, write the two names in your pen and paper. First is two are chocolate, so two are the same and it is a fruity, no. It is a no. It is a no. Yes. So almond is the joy and is a nougat. Yes. Here it is joy. No. Yes. Two are joy. No. And now here is the we compare all of this. Okay. Is a 0.6 0.604. Here is a 0.465. Okay. 0.511 0.511 so it is a draw. 667.602936 50.347546. So in this data set we understand here 0.60. Okay, and 76 so I guess in my theory is the 3 mosquitoes is the winner here. Okay, write this in my thought. Okay, fill in the line below which candy has the higher sugar content. Here is the higher sugar content. Okay, higher sugar content is the airhead, or here is the baby root. Okay, airhead and baby root, which is the sukita. Here write the question is the acha. Um, uh, First understand this data set. Here is a understand the write it, which all of this. Okay, this data set 83 where each corresponded to different candy. Compete your name. Compete your name is the contain the name of the candy bar. Okay, the next 9 column from chocolate to play describe the candy. Here chocolate column candy. Sugar percent provides some indication amount of sugar where the higher value of the signify higher sugar, higher value of signify higher value of sugar percent. Okay, price per soda, price per unit, win per it is calculated surveys higher below. The candy was more popular with surveys. Win percent is the higher value. So in this here asks about, in this here you just read about, and here goes which is the higher. Here write it that when is calculated survey as the higher value of indicate the survey is the most popular. So here wins perspective, here is the higher is the this means the thesis. So my answer is the correct one. Next question here is the which candy is the highest sugar content, air hits or the baby root. Okay, here is the air hits, it is the baby root, and which is the sugar content is the higher. Okay, this data set. Okay, airhead and baby root. Okay, now topic and go for the sugar percent. Okay, sugar percent here is the 0.906, 0.6. So in my theory 0.906 it is a higher, so here winner is the airheads. Okay, so just copy this and paste it, and if you run this program, I guess it is correct. Here is the three mosquitoes. It is correct. I'm in my guess. Three mosquitoes. Uh, okay. What here? Which candy has more popular with survey correspondent? I in my theory, I might my question is the my solution is the correct. Okay. So now see the solution, but it not work out. Here it talks about a printed three. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, 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 okay. Oh, I am not writing such that way. I am not writing the. I am uh, writing such that way. I am. It is the value. No, it is the string. So I'm not writing this way. My writing is the incorrect. But in the previous question, I writing in this way. It is correct. So I write it. But now times it is correct. Okay. Now go for next questions. The rule of the sugar. Do people tend to now go out of the question? um, Write the candy data hat. Okay, it gives you the overview of the question, that's why you solve it. Not working, why I don't know. Not working. Rule of the sugar. Do people tend to prefer candies with higher sugar content? Create a scatter plot. Okay, we want to create a here actually about the create a scatter plot. Create a scatter plot. They show the relation between the sugar percent, the relationship between the sugar percent on the horizontal axis and the win percentage x-axis. Don't add the regression, just wait, you will do that in next step. Okay, here you not write the regression, right? Okay, I am very curious about how to write it. First is the uh, just go the scatter plot and just see about the um, here syntax about the here scatter plot syntax is sns dot, you write the as a scatter plot. After that you write the x the data set and which will be, and y is equal to data set and which will be your data set columns. Okay, now go for my here and just write the is about SNS dot scatter plot. Okay, C-A-T-T scatter plot PLOT. Okay, SCA-T-T-E-R-PLOT scatter plot. Okay, here x equal to will be the data set. Okay, what will be the data set? I guess the candy data. So copy out, paste the data set, and which column is the sugar percent. Okay, sugar percent, just write the sugar percent. And another way, you just copy this and write at the y and go the win percent. Okay, copy the write it. Okay, now you create the scatter plot successfully. I guess today is the problem, something here. Oh sorry, here something extra. Yes, correct. It is a scatter plot of the sugar percent. Now go for, does the scatter plot show a strong correlation between the does the scatter plot show a strong correlation between two waves? If so, are candies with more sugar relatively more or less popular with survey responded? Okay. Okay, first I want to some hint to solve the question. Here hint will be, compare candies with higher sugar content on the right side of the chart. On the right side of the chart, win percent, it is sugar percent. And our question here question asks is that it is a 4 number question, it is a 5 number question, it is a 6 number question, it is a 7 number question, and complete the question. Okay. Okay, here is a, does the scatter plot show a strong correlation between two variables? Here asks on, does the scatter plot show a strong correlation between two variables? If so, are candies with more sugar relatively more or less popular with the survey responded? Does the scatter plot, here asks about, does the scatter plot show a strong correlation between two variables? Okay, does the scatter plot show a strong correlation between two? If so, are candies with more sugar relatively more or less popular survey content? Sugar relatively. So in this hint, we just read about and understand what art asks about. Compare candies. Okay, we want to compare candies with higher sugar content on the right side of the chart to candies with lower sugar content is on group clearly. Okay, go the solution I want to understand here. Not run. Okay, here is the sugar percent, here is a winner, here is a win percent. Here is the sugar percent is a lower, higher, lower. Here is some sugar percent. In the sugar percent 0.2, 0.2. Here is a winner percent. Here such. Here question: does the scatter plot show a strong correlation between two variables? Yes. In this my theory, yes. If so, our candies are more sugar relatively more or less popular service matter. The scatter plot does not show a strong correlation to measure, since here is no clear relationship between two variables. This tells us the sugar content does not play a strong role in the candy popularity. Does the scatter plot strong correlation to variables? If so, are candies with more sugar more less popular? In this here is a winner percent, which in the winner percent which candy is the means that popular we not guess about. Okay, so it is not correlation between here, that's it, write it. Okay, the scatter plot does not show strong correlation between two variables because Since there is no clear relationship between the two variables, this tell us the sugar content does not play the strong role in the candy popularity. Okay, which candy is the popular, which candy is the not popular, it is not clear writing here. Take a closer look. Create a same scatter plot you created in step 3 but now in the regression line. Okay, in the regression line we know that what is the regression line means that we in the scatter plot we created the line chart that they show the trend about the 2 or 3 variable in the given graph. Okay, now first we go the scatter plot here. How to write the regression line. If we write our regression line, you write the reg plot, SNS reg plot. Okay, go for and write the SNS reg. Okay, what is reg plot? Reg plot plot, and write the x and write the data set. What is your data? Where is your data? By candy data. Okay, candy data, copy, go and paste out. And in my theory you copy the whole thing. Okay, you write the whole thing in new way. It is not a better way. Copy this and just here paste it out. Okay, I highlighted the regression line. Okay, all of this here very simple, just straightforward of the theory. Okay, not analysis the questions. Yeah. Part B. According to the plot above, is there slight correlation between the wind percent? Slight correlation. Slight correlation means what is the slight correlation means? You use the ChatGPT and when you are data analysis, you analyze the data set. You also use the AI because you in when AI is not exist. AI not exist means that this type of bots, this type of high level of ChatGPT type. So we use then we use the Google. Let's use it. Okay. A slight correction. There's a small relation between two variables, but it's not strong or clear. Okay. Simple. When one variable changes, the other may change a little, but the pattern is not consistent. How it on a dot are spread out. Dot is you can see faint trend, but not a straight line. Strong line. Regression line also flat. Correlation coefficient R is the okay. Dot are spread out, and you can see faint trend, but not strong. Okay. Strong positive, strong negative, weak positive, weak negative. Okay, we go for the scatter plot. Our okay, it is spread out. According to the plot, is there slight correlation with the wind percent and sugar percent? What does this tell you about the candy that people according to? How to solve this? I have created the scatter plot. How to analyze and solve this question? Uses the AI to better way to building the critical thinking. Great question. This is exactly how data analysis question answering ML. What is the question as according to the plot above? Is there a slight correlation between the wind percent and the sugar percent? Okay, they want you to look at the scatter plot, decide the direction and the strength of the relation, and interpret in real life. Okay, how to analyze your scatter plot? Ask yourself 3 questions. Do the point show a general trend? Do they upward, down, or random? It is a random. First, in this first we go it has a general trend. It is the go upward, down, or random. When you go our graph, it is the upward downward, it is the, in my theory it is the random because it's not up, it is upward. Okay, I guess it is upward. Upward, I guess. If point slightly go to x in the slight positive correlation. Tight, then in the regression line slightly sloped, slight almost flat, very weak correlation. Yes, there's slight positive correlation between. Yes, there is a slight positive correlation in this. My regression line is upward, is upward the graph. Perfect. If your regression lies is upward here, exactly how to analyze this. As sugar increase, the win percent also tend to increase. Okay, is it a strong or slight? Our point of are the yes. Correlation is yes, the slight positive correlation between the yes. Um, because here is a these two are increases. Okay, slight increases. So yes, right is according to the what does that tell you? If you write the answer yes, write the yes, yes. So it is a markdown, it is not a code. Okay, yes, write the yes. um, there are the slight correlation win percent and the sugar percent. Okay, copy, write it here. Okay, just it here. I guess this answer is write it, but I am curious if since the regression has slightly positive slope, this tells us the slightly positive correlation between win percent and sugar percent. Thus people are what are I assuming when with the regression line. This now we understand the why we use the regression. With the regression line, we find the correlation between. Correlation means that this data, so win percent and sugar percent, there are any relationship or not a relationship. We understand with the regression line. Okay. Now go for the next one. Is the chocolate. Step 5 is the chocolate. In the code cell below, create the scatter plot to show the relationship by the price percentage and the win percentage. Use the chocolate column to color the code the point. Don't add any aggregation line, just wait you do it. Okay. Now we go here. What asks here is the in the code below, create a scatter plot to show the relation between the price percent and the win percent. Okay. Use the chocolate column. Use the chocolate tone to color code the point. Okay. Color code the point. Go the and how the color code the scatter plot. So here is the we write the scatter plot, then write the x, then y, then write the hue is the after the hue right we write the data set, after the data set we write the given the question. Okay, so write the sns dot scatter plot scatterplot. Okay, write the x equal to here will be the data. Now name the data set is the candy. I guess the data set name is the candy data. Okay, candy data. Okay, go notebook. If I here write it and any something thing right here. No. Any place here if you are place and write, that is better for me. Okay, write the scatter plot here and uh, paste, copy paste this and just write and go write y equal to candy data. Yeah, what is the WNPSC and 2K. Now go for the hue. HU equal to here are uh, insurance data. Okay, you write the above data candy data. Okay, candy data. Okay, after that you write the chocolate column. Okay, CHOCOLATA. Okay, on and now I guess it is correct. It gives error. Win percent. I guess I just copy out, bro, and just paste here. I guess here it is. Yes, it is correct. Okay, with the help of the chocolate, you understand the data set. Can you see any interesting pattern in the scatter plot? We'll investigate this plot further by adding regression in the next step. Okay, create a same scatter plot you create step, but now now with the two regression corresponding to the chocolate candies and the candies without chocolate candies and candies without chocolate. Okay, it is the step. Okay, go for the, here is the BMI. This caliber show will non-smoker tend to place lighter mode with increased BMI smoker. To further impress this fact, we can use the SNS element to command to add two regression line to smoker. Okay, here we use the LM plot to add the data sets SNS LM plot. Okay, here use SNS dot LM plot. Okay, LM plot. Here we use the step 5, but now two regression line chocolate candies. Okay, chocolate candies. First understand the data set. I first and candy data. Okay, remember the data name. Okay, because it used many times in the code. Okay, I don't want in 3, it is enough. Okay, here is the, it is very slow. Kaggle notebook are very slow. In VS Code it is very good, but in VS Code you download it, then you do it. So it is, in my opinion, Kaggle notebook is good. Compared to chocolate, fruity, caramel. Okay. Here what talks about first corresponding to chocolate candies, okay, candies without chocolate. Create a scatter plot. You created in step 5, but now with the two regression line correspondent to chocolate candies and candies without chocolate. Create a scatter plot. I want to just hint something for this question. It is some difficulty. SNS LM plot. I guess x y u data respectively. X y x y u. Okay. SNS LM plot. Here x will be the right is the SNS x is equal to the price percent. Okay. Create the same scatter plot you guys, but now in the two regression. Acha. Same the price percent, right? The price percent, the win percent. Okay. Price percent, win percent. Okay. Price percent, win percent. So here is the x is the price percent, and write the y is the win percent. Okay, copy this and paste out. Okay, and go the here, and hue is the here. Yeah, hue will be the chocolate. Okay, hue will be the chocolate, and write the data. Okay, data is equal to candy data. Okay, candy data, and now it is, now you it is correct. Okay, here you just understand the here which price percent and which win percent chocolate. Yes, no. Okay, part B. Using the regression line, what conclusion can you draw? Using the regression, what conclusion can you draw about the effect of the chocolate price candy popularity? Here's the price percent, here's the win percent. Here these blue lines indicate the this chocolate are not in this chocolate are in below in chocolate, and it is not chocolate. Okay, my candies with here it this candies with chocolate and this candies with not out chocolate, and those are these candies are chocolate. Those candies are, their win percent is higher with the price percentage, but those chocolate is those candies are not chocolate, their win percent is the lower. Okay, in my theory here about from the given graph. Okay, from the given graph um, those candies are the chocolate. Okay, those candies are they are win percent. Okay, win percent is higher with the with the win percent is higher with the price percent with the price percent. But those candies those candies are not chocolate. They are win percent is lower with price percent. Okay, in this theory. Okay, everyday loves chocolate. Create a categorical scatter plot to highlight the relationship between. Create a categorical scatter plot. Go the next topic. Swarm plot. Swarm plot. Okay. SNM plot can as find the plot you answer that might like as a categorical scatter plot. It is a categorical scatter plot. Categorical, that is a category. Create a categorical scatter plot. The relation between the chocolate and window. Put chocolate x-axis and the win percent on the y-axis. Okay? Now created them here. What to do here? SNS swarm plot. Okay, it is the SNS is equal to SWAR SWARMPLOT. Okay, SNARMPLOT, and X is equal to candy data. Here is the win percent. Win percent, and Y is the candy data win percent, and create a category scatter plot that to highlight the relation chocolate and win percent. Put the chocolate on the horizontal axis, and it is the chocolate in the horizontal axis. Okay, chocolate here. Here write the chocolate, and here write the win percent. Okay, copy this and paste out here win percent. Okay, just now paste it, and it is correct. Okay, you decided to dedicate a section of your report to the fact that chocolate candies tend to be more popular than candies without chocolate. Which plot is more appropriate to tell this story? The plot from step 6 or plot from step 7? You decided to dedicate a section of your report to the fact that chocolate candies tend to be more popular than the candies without chocolate. Which plot is more appropriate to tell the story? The plot is step 6 or step 7? When I said that in the previous year, I said that those are the candies are the with chocolate that is more popular. Those are the candies are not chocolate that is not popular. Okay. So which plot is more appropriate to tell that this was step 6 or step 7? It is the step 7, I guess. Step 7. Okay. Step 7, I guess, more popular because here we understand better. Okay. I guess here we write the step 7 will be okay. In my case, step 7. Okay. In this case, category step 7 is more appropriate. We'll both the plus a design story by the plus as a convey for more information that could distract from the main point. Okay, step 7 say that in the director. So category data in the great. Okay, here is the step 7. Okay, so I completed all of this completed, I guess. Run all. I guess I completed all of this. Okay, completed all of this. Now go for the next tutorial. Okay, it is the up next. See about. Okay, just freshen out. Okay, I learned about these things, and now go the next is the distribution. Okay, it is not so high, so I learn about and just apply this. Okay, after the distribution as a choosing plot type final project. Okay, distribution. Okay, in this tutorial, in this part, we learn about the distribution. So here we learn about the create the histogram density plot. Okay, in this you will learn about the histograms and the density plot. First, set up the notebook in from all of the same. Okay, select the datasets. We will work with the data of 150 different flowers or 50 each of 3 different species of iris. Okay, load and examine the data. Each row in the dataset corresponding to a different flower. There are 4 measurements: the sepal length and width, along with the petal length and width. And we also keep track of the corresponding species. Okay, here iris file path and iris data pd.read says iris file path iris index column. Okay, and print the first 5 rows of the data. It is the path, the file path, and you just put the iris one index column is equal to id and print the first column. It is the common in all of this histogram. Say we would like to create a histogram to see how petal length varies. Or the histogram is the best diagram for to see the many data set to which is higher root which is lower. SNS SNS dot his plot here hist plot and data set. First the data set here, right, and petal length. Okay, petal length is these things here, right. Okay, and this give you the all of this data set, a simple graph that you understand the all of these things. And density plot is the next type of the plot is the kernel density estimate, KDA plot. In case you are not familiar with KDA plot, you can think of the smooth histogram. If you not understand the kernel density estimated KDA plot, you just understand that a smooth graph. Okay, to make the KDA plot we can use the KDE plot command. Okay, setting the shade rule, color the area below the curve. Okay, the this theory syntax is a KDA plot data. It is the data set and which data set column you are refer as shade is equal to true. Shade is now deprecated in favor of fill setting fill. Okay, and it is the graph of the density plot. And 2 KDA plot. We are not restricted to a single column. We are not creating a KDA plot. We can create a two-dimensional KDA plot with SNS joint plot. Now we learn about the 2 KDA plot. In the plot below, the color coding show us how likely we are to see different combination of sepal wind and petal wind, where darker p- part, parts of the figure are more likely. So 2 KDA plot SNS, here is the joint plot, SNS joint plot, and is the x-axis, it is the y, and is the KDA plot, it is a two-dimensional KDA plot. Okay, note that. And the curve at the top of the figure is a KDA plot for the data on the x-axis, and the color coded plot. For the next part of the tutorial, we will plot to understand differences between the species. We can create 3 different histogram of petal length by using the SNS histplot command. Data provide the name of the variable that we use to read the data. X is equal to set the name of the column with the data we have to plot, and hue the set the column we use to split the data into a different histograms. As in a data is equal, it is the data set, and it is the x, it is the hue species. Okay, it is the title. Okay, it is important. We can also create a KDA plot for each species by using SNS KDA plot. The functionality for data, x, and hue are identified when you use assist recommendation. KDA plot for each species. Okay, and a KDA plot. Here is a KDA each species. X is a petal length, hue species, and shadow. Okay. Okay, go for the coding exercise, and with the coding exercise we understand the better way to how to implement these theories. Okay, distribution. In this exercise you will use your new knowledge to propose a solution to real world scenario. To success you will need to you will use success you will need to import data into Python, answer question using the data, and generate the histogram density to understand pattern in the data. Okay, scenario, you will work with the real world data set containing the information collected from the microscopic images of the breast cancer tumor and similar to the image below. Each tumor has been labeled as either the benign or the malignant. To learn more about how this kind of data is used to create an intelligent algorithm to classify tumor in the medical setting, watch the short tutorial at the link. Now go to the tutorial. It is a one photo. So
There's no
we are
cancer
going
treated
to
without understanding what the pathology